What's up guys, Jake SLEASMAN, Blue Collar Outdoors, and as you guys know, we've shot the Magnum blend from hevi-shot 12 and 20. Today, we're testing their TSS offering. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so today we have the 20 gauge Heavy 18 offering. Now this is 9's TSS. It's a 3-inch shell, 1.5 ounce payload, and she's traveling 1250 feet per second. We have shot this load out of the 12s, the 410, and this we have yet to shoot the 20, but the 12 and the 410 were lights out. We will be doing more with the 12 gauge and the 410 this season, but right now we've been curious to see how the 20 gauge looks. Hawk and I just shot the Magnum blend out of our 20 gauge setups and it looked good. So let's see how the TSS version works. So today I'm going to be shooting it out of my Mossberg 500. This is actually the first gun. My dad bought me this right when I first started hunting. This is an old gun right here. But with the TSS and the new choke, she shoots phenomenal. The choke I'm going to be running is the 570 patternmaster Anaconda Striker. Now this uses gas over constriction to achieve patterns. And you can tell with the length of this choke, that is how patternmaster gets that tightness, that pattern density. With the longer choke out of the barrel, it'll get you a better tight pattern. So I'm going to be shooting this first. Hawk will be running it through his dad's 20 gauge Remington 870 with a patternmaster Code Black Turkey. That is a 565. Now I'll be interested because these are the two turkey chokes offered through patternmaster. The Anaconda series uses gas over constriction. It's a little bit more open, but it uses the gas propelled from the shell in a negative twist to keep that wad and shot tight while still minimizing that shot string. The Code Black Turkey has a 3-phase varying constriction to do the same thing, to strip that wad for a millisecond to allow the shot to leave together to kill that shot string, cut it down 80%. So these are two different technologies from patternmaster, so it'd be cool to see how they shoot this load at 40 yards. So enough talking, let's shoot some turkeys. Okay, so once again, Heavy 18, these are the TSS load. It's 9 shot, 1.5 ounces of it. That's a lot of pellets. Mossberg 500 with an Anaconda Striker from patternmaster. The 570. Let's see how she shoots at 40 yards. Let's get after it. Well, you can see the TSS difference. Okay. Alright, that looks smoked. It's crazy. We just shot the Magnum blend, then you shoot this, and you can just tell the TSS difference is just absurd. It's absurd. Now, I'll jump behind the camera. Hawk will rerun his setup, and he'll kill that turkey. Doubling up today, boys. Stay tuned. How do you like them apples?
Alright, this is the Heavy 18. I'm shooting the Remington 870 20 gauge with the patternmaster Code Black Turkey choke with a constriction of 565. So also we are using the Codwell lead sled.
That is lights out. I see a lot of red in the head right now. That's smoked, man. Both of them are smoked.
Well, we're gonna go check them out, so let's see what they did.
Alright guys, so we shot both loads at 40 yards. I'll go over my setup first. It's a Mossberg 20 gauge 500 with the Anaconda Striker 570 gas over constriction from patternmaster. I shot the left target at 40 yards. Let's do some speculating. For size reference, this is a 12 by 18. I got 6 in the vitals. You can see just by looking at the target, my shot is left. So you can see my core patterns right here. Still getting my point of aim down with the lead sled, but with that said, you can see the tightness of this. This is outstanding out of a 20 gauge at 40 yards. I mean, you look at the pattern density, there's like no flyers in this load for either choke. So this load really likes either the Code Black Turkey or the Anaconda. It just depends what you look for in a pattern. From what I'm seeing side by side, the Anaconda Striker will give you a little bit more leeway getting in close. But I mean, look at that pattern. It's crazy. It's tight, it's dense, there's no voids. And even though my core's to the left, I still got 6 in the vitals, so that shows you the leeway right there. But guys, I will give you credit. Telling us to do these backers was top notch. I mean, they really changed their pattern series, and I'm thankful that we listened to you guys. You guys were right. So I can't complain. This load out of that choke and gun at 40 yards performed really well. I will say we have seen a lot better on the channel, especially out of that setup with actually Federal TSS 7 and 9s, that Apex Small Town Blend 7 and 9. Both shot a little bit better than this, but guys, you can't complain with that with a 20 gauge at 40 yards. I mean, hell, that gun's almost as old as me. That's an old gun right there. It's just cool to see what TSS and that Anaconda Striker did to that 500. Just cool. But I'm gonna hop behind the camera. Hawk will show you his dead turkey, and we'll go from there.
All right, once again, this is a heavy 18. I shot it out of the Remington 870 20 gauge with a patternmaster Code Black Turkey 5.65 constriction. And well, I'll let the pattern speak for itself. That's phenomenal at 40 yards. That's absolutely. I think I got it like 18 in the vitals. I mean,
That's smoked.
it's a smoked chicken. The overall pattern, it's really tight. There really isn't no flyers. I mean, it's
all right there.
It's like, I don't know. That's an impressive load out of my setup.
Can't complain with that.
No, you can't. All right, to the left here, this is out of Jake's Mossberg 500 with the patternmaster Anaconda Striker 570 constriction, and as you can see, that's a killer pattern right there. I mean, that shot phenomenal out of his setup. To the right here, this is out of my Remington 870 20 gauge patternmaster Code Black Turkey 5.65 constriction, and that also performed phenomenal. I do have a hotter core out of my Code Black Turkey than Jake does out of his Anaconda Striker, but both these chokes performed phenomenal. So I mean, it's whatever you would prefer out of your setup. And the one difference between the Code Black Turkey and the Anaconda Striker is the Code Black Turkey you're gonna get like super tight. You're not gonna get that much leeway, and for the Anaconda Striker, it's a little bit more open. You're gonna get some more leeway, but I guess it's whatever you are specific on what you want on your setup for shooting a turkey bird. Both setups are pretty good. 40 yards, that's all I got to say. Well, Jake, close it out, and yes.
On to the next. Okay guys, so the heavy 18, this is a 3-inch, 1.5 ounces of 9s, traveling at 1250 feet per second. We figured we'd use both of our setups because it gives you 2 different chokes. Now it will vary between the guns, what you guys will yield for results, but as you can see, with this load in particular, you get, like Hawk said, you get a hotter core with the 5.65 Code Black Turkey, a little less leeway. I tell you what, at 20 yards, you better be on him. No flinching. He's done. With the Anaconda, you get a good core pattern. It's not as hot, but you do have more leniency. And I like to work my birds close, so I really like this pattern out of a 20 gauge at 40, because at 20, I'm gonna have a little bit more leeway, especially running the camera and shooting. It adds a lot. So I like this pattern, but that's the beauty of patterns. Everyone has their preference. It doesn't mean anyone's wrong here. It's just whatever you guys like out of your setup. At the end of the day, that's what we want to help you guys find. Your perfect setup. Don't hold our tests as absolute, because they're not. There's a lot of variables in pattern testing, and that's one thing I've learned through doing all these patterns. It shows how much I did not know when we first started these. It's kind of crazy. It's been a great learning curve, and I hope you guys, for you that have been along the whole way, I hope you're learning here with us. It's pretty cool. I like the community we're building here at BCO. If you haven't yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Smash that thumbs up button for your boys. Today, man, this is a beautiful Western New York day, mid-40s. Light wind, crosswind. Yesterday, Moose and I filmed, it was 20 degrees and 20-mile-an-hour winds. So, welcome to Western New York. You never quite know what you're gonna get. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Blue Collar Outdoors USA. We are an honest channel. We care about one thing. That's performance. The performance talks and the rest walks, as Hawk coined in his video. We don't care about bias. We don't care about outside influence. We don't care about none of that. This right here is what we care about. And then we speculate. And it's pretty cool seeing all the variables come into play in these pattern series. Now this heavy 18, we will put it through all our setups as 20 gauge. So we can really test this load, as with all our loads on the channel. You guys know us. We have a slight obsession with pattern tests, broadhead tests, etc. But if you haven't, make sure to go down there, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any of our uploads. We upload Monday and Wednesday during seasons. Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the off season, which we're getting closer to that as the weather warms up, allowing us to film more videos per day. But that notification bell is key, because as you guys know, in the last couple weeks, it's been what, 5 videos a week? You just don't know. This week, we are loaded with videos, so hit that notification bell. Do not miss out on new content. We got a lot more to film today. So, with that said, we got Derek Young behind the camera, the old Hawk. Jake SLEASMAN, Blue Collar Outdoors. We'll catch you on the next one. Take her easy.